Welcome to Witty Jumpstart, a financial education platform where members are trained to get on the path to financial freedom. Kindly follow us on our social channels.
Hello, good day. My name is Dan El. I'm the founder of Witty Jumpstart, and welcome to this presentation titled How to Immune Yourself from Investment Losses. Now, here is the thing. The rich loves to invest. The poor does not love to invest. Now, before I go in deeper into this training, permit me to define what is meant by the rich and the poor in this context and in the context of financial education in general. The rich can be defined as people who have relevant knowledge. The key word there is relevant knowledge. The knowledge has to be relevant to your bottom line. That is the definition of the rich. The rich has nothing to do with money, all right? Because you can have money in your possession and still be poor, all right? So the poor is defined as ignorant people. They do not have enough relevant knowledge to be able to command financial success. So poor again does not have anything to do with money. So that you don't have money does not mean you're poor. That you don't have money could mean that you're broke. And that you're broke does not mean that you're poor. I hope you can connect the dots now. That you're broke does not mean that you're poor. So if you have the relevant knowledge and you don't have money, your state is the state of brokenness. It's only a matter of time. As you continue to put to work the things that you know, then the money will come, because money is attracted to knowledge. All right. Now, so here's the thing: the poor do not like to invest. So what happens most time is when a poor person, gets a training like this, he runs off in a bid to change his circumstance and then starts to invest. Now, listen to this: not investing at all and investing without strategy or guidance is the same. Both are as bad. All right? Not investing at all and then investing without a strategy, both are as bad. So you need to learn to stay in the middle of the road. That is what this training is geared to take care of. All right? So how to immune yourself from investment losses. In other words, how to invest with a strategy. How to invest in such a way that you don't go broke. All right? Now, what is the importance of investment? Or what is the importance of an investment? In financial education, you would learn that investment is very key. And here is how I love to say it. You spent your way into poverty, you've got to invest your way out of poverty. Simple. All right? Now, you would also learn that there are two kinds of money: the money you make and the money your money makes. The money you make is limited by the time that you have, and you know that we all have limited time. All right, everybody has not more than 24 hours, and in those 24 hours there are still some mundane things you need to do. So at the end of the day, you probably have like 9 to 10 productive hours. So the money you make is limited to the time that you have. So if you find a man where all the money he makes, or most of the money he makes, is limited to him, is limited to his effort, his time, you found a poor person. All right? But the rich understands that there is the money your money makes, and that is your investment. Money is a hard worker. The rich understands that rather than working for money, they will rather send their money to work for them. All right? So you understand that investment is very, very key. So the poor look for better jobs for themselves, but the rich look for better jobs for their money. Because money is a hard worker. Money never calls sick. Money never goes on break. Money never goes on vacation. It's just always working. So the rich understands that, hey, I will work with my time, generate funds, and then a portion of the fund must go into investment so that my money can work for me. The rich understands that. And investment is very important. In the school of financial education, investment is very key. All right. Now, is it possible to never lose an investment? Is it possible to never lose an investment? The simple and straightforward answer is no. As long as you are an investor, as long as you are a student in the school of financial education, you would understand that you are a lifetime investor. And if you invest long enough, definitely some of your investments must turn out bad. The idea is, how do you invest in such a way that you are immune, in such a way that when an investment goes bad, it does not have the capacity to send you back to the village? That is what we are about to cover in this particular training. Will some of your investment go bad? You sure bet. But is it possible for those investments that go bad not to get to you to a point where you are suicidal, to a point where you want to sacrifice your relationship, to a point where you go haywire and you are depressed? Definitely it is possible for you to immune yourself from all of those characteristics. Now, listen to this. When you succeed, you get the results needed. But when you fail, you get the lessons needed. So, in other words, failure is based on your perspective. Failure is how you see it. So, what you call failure may not be failure to another man. So, what you call failure to another man is just him learning a way for things not to be done. So when you fail, when you don't get the results that you expected, it's just you learning a lesson. And when you get the results you expected, then fine, you've succeeded. So whether it's here or there is something you have learned. But it is important for you to learn this key thing that we are focused on in this training, because investment is something you must do if financial freedom is something you desire. But you need to learn how to be an investor, or how to invest in such a way that you are not crumbled financially. Okay? So you ask me, okay, what is the way forward? How exactly am I supposed to be able to invest and not, get depressed and not get crumbled when some of my investments go bad? Now, here is how I want to picture it to you. Learn from the case of God, Adam and Jesus. Now, if you're a Christian, that works well. You are very, very familiar with the story. If you're not a Christian, please just follow the storyline. Now, according to the Bible, God made Adam as the first man. And by the original design of God, Adam was supposed to be an eternal man. But what happened? Adam disobeyed, and then Adam became corruptible. So the expectation of God in Adam failed. At the point where Adam ate the apple, Adam lost the capacity to fulfill God's ordained purpose in his life. In other words, the investment of God in Adam failed. But what did God do? God had an alternative. God had a plan B. And that is who the Bible calls the second Adam. So the moment the investment in the first Adam failed, then God went to the second Adam. The second Adam is Jesus Christ, who was the one that came to the earth to salvage what the first Adam did. Are we together? Now, here is the thing. In going into an investment, listen to this. What I'm about to say is the crux of this training. If you get what I'm about to say, you're fine. In going into any investment at all, no matter how lucrative that investment may sound, never go into it with your both legs. Always have an alternative. Always have a backup. just like God did. Now, here is the thing. If God, the creator of the heavens and earth, the Alpha and the Omega, still was faced with a situation where his plans didn't exactly work out the way he had planned it, then that shows you that as an investor, chances are that in some of your investment it won't go as you have planned. But you must take a cue from God what he did. He didn't go into it with his both legs. He had a plan B, he had an alternative. And that was why when the plan A failed, the plan B came on board immediately and took over. Are we together? Now, how exactly are you to do what I'm saying? How exactly are you to, strategize your investment such that you are not going into any of them with your two legs? Now, listen to this. Most times you will be very tempted because some of the investment will come, will be so sweet and look like it is infallible, like it is fail-proof. You must train yourself to resist the temptation of going into any investment at all with your two legs. Doing that is tantamount to sending yourself back to the village. All right? Now, here is a simple strategy. What we call the Witty Jumpstart Financial Blueprint. And it is very simple. Wealth creation is a deliberate process. And here is what we strongly advise in the Witty Jumpstart platform. 10% of your earnings should go into a financial freedom account. That is your buffer. All right? That is your reserve account. That is the account that ensures that if every other thing goes bad, this account will stabilize you. This is the account that will ensure that you don't go back to your village. This is the account that will ensure that you don't go from rich to poor. Your financial freedom account is your security, it's your foundation. Once you tamper with your financial freedom account, you are tampering with your financial destiny. You need to understand that. And I strongly advise that your financial freedom account should be in Bitcoin. Now, there are 3 store of values that I know. Number 1, real estate. Real estate is a tremendous store of value. Number 2, gold. Gold is a tremendous store of value. Number 3, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a tremendous store of value. But in my assessment of these 3 store of value, I prefer Bitcoin. Number 1, because you can buy Bitcoin of any amount. You can buy Bitcoin of $5. Any amount you have, you can buy Bitcoin. It is massively divisible. That's 1. 2, so far, Bitcoin has the highest rate of return on your investment of any of these 3 classifications of real estate, gold, and cryptocurrency. So I highly advise that your financial freedom account should be in Bitcoin. All right? You need to create a new Bitcoin wallet, and 10% of your earnings should go into that financial freedom account. All right? That account must never be touched for at least 1 year. You will understand why I said so very shortly. That account must never be touched for at least 1 year. Now, the second account you need to create also is your investment account. You need to create a new Bitcoin wallet also. All right? Don't use the Bitcoin wallet you're already using now. Just keep using the one you're using now for whatever else you're doing. But create 2 new Bitcoin wallets. Term 1, financial freedom account. Term the second one, your investment account. What do you do with your investment account? 20% of your earnings should go straight into your investment account. It is from that account that you want to start investing in the opportunities that will be coming your way. Both the one that would present to you and the one probably you may run into on your own. Never touch money from your financial freedom account to do any investment. It must be only money in your investment account that you put in any investment. If any investment comes your way and the money in your investment account is not enough to go into that investment, please, that investment is not for you yet. Stay away from that investment until you have enough money in your investment account to go into that investment. Very important. Never, and I repeat, never take money from your financial freedom account to put in an investment. Now, here is the thing. If you commit to this strategy of having your financial freedom account and your investment account, because you have 20% of your earnings going into your investment account, you will find that there is a need for you to keep looking for investment opportunities to invest in. Now, after doing this for 1 year, definitely some of your investments would have failed, some would have succeeded. Now, those that have succeeded for 1 year are the ones that you know that are guaranteed to, bring in some income. Now, here is what you now want to do. At that point, because you have run this investment for 1 year, there is a level of confidence and trust you have in those investments. Then you can use your discretion to take some part of the money in your financial freedom account to add into those investments so that you can increase your rate of return. But under those circumstances, should you empty your financial freedom account, please always ensure that at every point in time, you have Bitcoin in your financial freedom account. Remember, that is your foundation, that is your security. Anything that tampers with your financial freedom account is tampering with your financial freedom, is tampering with your financial destiny. That is exactly the financial blueprint that Witty Jumpstart advises. If you follow this, you would notice that you are getting closer and closer to financial freedom. So 10% has gone to your financial freedom account, 20% has gone to your investment account. You have 70% of your income that you can use to do whatever it is you want to do. That's exactly how you can immune yourself from investment losses. If you have this kind of strategy in place, no matter how many of your investments goes bust, you will not get to that point where you are depressed, where you are suicidal, where you are angry, where you want to arrest somebody just because the person introduced you to an investment opportunity. That is one of the craziest things that I see people do. And these people claim that they're actually on their way to financial freedom. So because somebody referred or recommended an investment to you, and then that investment goes bad, does that place the responsibility on the person who recommended it to you? No, because chances are that at the time, based on the available facts, the person who recommended it to you felt it was a good investment, and maybe the person who recommended it to you, you also invested and also have lost money, and now you are trying to put the responsibility on him. I think that is a very irresponsible thing to do. You need to take responsibility for your financial life. So as long as you also assess that opportunity and you felt it was good to go, anything that comes from it, good or bad, you must be willing and ready to take responsibility. The only way you can immune yourself so that you don't jeopardize your relationship and connections and network because an investment failed is to have a financial freedom account and an investment account. A lot of people have burned bridges just because they put their 2 legs into an investment and the investment crashed, and because most people find it very convenient to blame other people than to blame themselves, they have gone ahead and they have created enmity with friends and connections and networks such that no opportunity can flow from those people to them. That's a very wrong way to want to build your financial freedom. So you take responsibility for your actions, but ensure that you never go into any investment with your 2 legs. Ensure that you're only going into an investment with 20% of the in your investment account. And I would even advise, never empty all the money in your investment account into one particular investment at any time. All right, so the money in your investment account, always try to spread it around so that you are not too committed to any particular investment such that if that investment crashes, it affects your base. All right, that is how you want to do it. You want to spread your risks so that even if some investments are crashing, there are some who will make you smile, and most often than not, the ones who will make you smile will take care of the losses that you have made. I hope you have learned something tangible from the training of today. Now, over to you. It's your turn. Prove to me that you watched this training by dropping a feedback in the comment section. The only way you can prove to me that you actually went through this training is by commenting right now in the comment section. And what do I need to see? I want you to comment what you have learned. I also want you to ask any question at all that you may have as regards to this particular training. So in the comment box now, put down what you have read and what you will commit to do from today. And also, if you have any question at all, maybe anything I have not covered that I'm supposed to cover in this particular training, please drop it in the comment, and definitely I will respond to all the comments. All right, so thank you so much, and remember, you are made for more. Bye bye now.